Hey, fabulous people. Happy Friday. I am Elise Tager, business coach to ambitious female entrepreneurs. And I just want to welcome you to Solopreuneur to Entrepreneur, the group for women who want to grow their business hopefully from a solopreneur to the true CEO of a thriving business. So that's what the group is all about. Let me fuss with my camera here a little bit. Great. So what I want to talk about today is a couple things. I asked many of you who've recently joined the group what you felt your biggest pain points were. And most of the responses I got were about creating visibility for their businesses and/or getting an ongoing stream of prospects and clients and leads into their business. No surprise, and that's not new, and that's true for all of us. But I wanted to talk today about some of the things that I'm doing that are new to me, and I think sort of new to the whole ecosystem. And I wanted to share them with you so that you might want to incorporate these into your marketing as well. So just to back up a little bit, to create visibility and to get leads into your business, the biggest advice I could give you is frequency and consistency. So whatever you're doing, make sure that you are visible and available on a very consistent basis. So if you're doing a blog, make sure you're posting once a week. If you are doing a podcast, make sure you're doing an episode per week or 2 weeks or whatever your cadence is. Make sure that you are consistent so that you start building up an audience. So this is true of all of the tactics you might be using, whether it's a newsletter. I send out a weekly newsletter to my audience. Blog posts, again, whether it's once a week or twice a week or once a month, whatever it is, be consistent. Facebook Live, I will be doing these every week. I have been in the past on my Facebook page, but now they're going to be on our group here. Podcasts, if you're doing a podcast, oh my gosh, you will see that your downloads and your participation will increase the more consistent and the more frequent you are. And networking. So if you're going out to network with various groups in your community, the best thing that you can do is to create consistency with 1 or 2 groups where you show up frequently so that they get to know you. You're not just spreading yourself too thin. So I want to those are tried and true, and they're all methods that I think are important, critical. We all should be doing those. But I want to talk a little bit about what's new and share with you some of the techniques that I'm doing now that are resonating with me and might be interesting as well to you. So prospect and visibility tactics are changing and have changed dramatically in the last 6 months. The evolution started for me. My techniques were I was doing much of what I mentioned before. I do a weekly newsletter. I do social media postings. I blog. I was blogging once a month, once a week. I've cut that back now. But what I'm doing, I was doing consistently. My technique for getting new leads in was doing a webinar, creating Facebook ads that drive to a webinar sign up, giving the webinar, inviting people to either join my group or take my course. And I had an email follow-up and an email leading up to the webinar and an email series behind the webinar. So that model was working well. That's a lead funnel that works for a lot of people. And I moved it over to Evergreen. Evergreen means that you are pre-recording the webinar and you're putting it up on a site like EverWebinar, or there are others. And so you don't have to participate. You're not even there. So I ran the webinar several times, and I just did not like that. I didn't like the fact that I wasn't interacting with my audience. A lot of people were showing up, but people were not signing up. So the lack of personal interaction really bothered me. And I took a look also at how I was interacting with my communities overall. And I realized that so much of what I was doing was putting out content, hoping to snag people without really engaging with them. So I sort of switched my model around, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. That just felt so impersonal. I think I wanted to mention that. So not having conversation or getting any engagement live just took the wind out of my sails, and it might for you too. So I'm going to give you a lot of ideas here that you might resonate with you. They might not, but they certainly are working for me. So the overall theme for what I started doing was going deep with my community as opposed to wide. So I really am not as focused now on how many people are engaging with me on LinkedIn or Instagram or Facebook. What's more important to me is how deeply do we engage? Are they actually participating in the group? Are they responding to my emails? Are they commenting on my posts on LinkedIn? So some of the things I'm doing to deepen and broaden those relationships are so I'm reconnecting with my tribe. So one of the things that I've done is I've reached back out to both my LinkedIn followers and my Facebook followers with individual emails saying hello and asking if there's anything I can do to help them, or just connecting and asking a question. I'm also spending time using DM a lot in Facebook and on Instagram. So once someone has connected with me on Instagram, I send a message back to them, not just saying hello, but I'm saying, hi, tell me a little bit about your business. So I'm not asking for business. There's no ask there. It's just a connection. So in the past, for me, when someone connected with me, it was like I'm glad to have the connection, but I don't want to have to engage because it's probably a sales pitch. So I've sort of reversed that, and now what I'm doing is I'm reaching out and thanking a connection and valuing them and asking them a little bit about my business. Certainly not everybody's going to respond, but it at least initiates a relationship as opposed to just having someone show up in my Instagram followers or my Facebook followers. So I use DM when in Facebook when any of you have joined the group. I not only welcome you within the group, but I also send out a DM saying, welcome, tell me about yourself. I'm so glad you're here. Anytime anyone has followed my page or connected to my page, same thing. I reach out. Again, I'm trying to initiate a deeper relationship with each of those people. One by one, I've started to go back through my LinkedIn, my email list, and my Facebook followers. And from my personal email, not my constant contact email, I'm reaching out with an email saying, so glad to connect with you. Here's a little bit about me. Tell me a little bit more about about you, so I can get a deeper understanding of who you are and we can share on a deeper level. What else do I do that is important? I also have way scaled back the number of groups that I participate in or that I'm signed up with. In fact, I get nervous when people sign up to enter the Solopreneur to Entrepreneur group and I see that they're a part of 47 groups. More power to them. But my feeling is join groups that are related to what you're trying to do in business and go deep there. Participate, engage, ask questions, get to know the other members. So if you're in 47 groups, it's unlikely that you can dedicate the time to doing that. And I don't know that it serves you to be in 47 groups. Again, for me, I cut way back on the groups that I was participating in. And there are 5 or 6 right now where I am all in, right? I check them every day. I comment. I post questions where it's important. And the reason this is worth the time is that these groups are ones that are beneficial to my business growth. I've chosen them importantly and with intention. So that's another way that deepening is going to do me more good and my business more good than volume. So another thing that I do is I do live streams as I'm doing here and I have done in the past, and I tag people. So again, it's another way of bringing someone back into the group, is a way to say, look, I think you'll be interested in this. Don't miss it. And if they aren't, they aren't. But it's an opportunity for them to notice that something's going on in the group. So I'm using tagging within Facebook, again, sometimes within LinkedIn's, on my Facebook page, and in my groups, plural. What else do I do that's a big difference? So again, I just want to add that the intention here is that I'm deepening relationships, not broadening them. I'm not looking to be a part of 47 groups. I'm not looking to be a part of, I don't care if there are 5,000 people in my group or if there are 10,000 people on my email list or in my LinkedIn. I don't know, I won't know 9/10 of those people. And so why have them there? If they're on my email list, they certainly won't respond. They won't convert. They won't open up my emails. So the more connected you can get to the people that you are in contact with, the more likely they're going to want to learn more about you, participate more in your business, become more engaged, and ultimately become customers. So again, the only reason I wanted to share this with you today was because this is a big shift for me. So in the past, I've been looking at volume. How many leads did I get? How many new followers did I get? And I really dug way down and reversed that. And the focus now is not how many, but can I connect? Can I engage? Do they engage back? Where's the meaning for my business and in life, with these new connections that I have? So that was a revelation for me. I just wanted to share that with you. And I realized I'm staring at the wrong place today, so I should have been staring at the camera. So a couple things I want to tell you about that are coming up within the group. One is coming soon. It's a Solo to CEO Launchpad. And I'm going to be doing a 5-day blitz for free on how to take your business from a solopreneur business to be an entrepreneurial venture where you are the CEO and you are building a business underneath you. 5 free days. I haven't scheduled it yet because there's a lot of background work I have to do yet, but that'll be coming up for free again in this group. Second thing is, if you haven't already done so, I'd like to encourage you to invite other people to join Solopreneur to Entrepreneur. The purpose of the group is for us to help each other get beyond the constraints of being a solopreneur and move into being a CEO or a true entrepreneur of a growing business. And so the more that you all participate, the more that we participate, the more that we share resources, anything to help each other. It's a very collaborative space. It's a very safe space. So I'd like to invite you to invite other people to join. That would be fabulous. Last thing, if you haven't already done so, and I'll put this in the comments above the video, I want to invite you to download my little guide called Solo to CEO, the 5 Mindset Issues That Will Keep You From Growing. This has been a really popular piece of content that I have. It really helps you think through what are the mindset issues that are keeping you stuck in solopreneurness, and you might want to start to tease apart to learn more about what's going to help you grow as a businesswoman. So that was it for me. That was a real quick Friday blip. Hope this was helpful to you. Again, look above when the video is filed so you can see where you can download the above. And stay tuned for my Solo to CEO Launchpad. That'll be coming soon. So that's it for me today. Have a great Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. And I hope to see you in the group next week. Take care.